This is Misty Forest Bible Ministries, and this is Genesis chapter 29 out of the KJ3. And Jacob lifted his feet and went to the land of the sons of the east, and he looked. Behold, a well in the field, and behold, 3 flocks of sheep were lying by it. And from that well they watered their flocks, and the stone on the stone on the mouth of the well was great, and all the flocks were loosely gathered there. And they rolled the stone off the mouth of the well, and watered the sheep, and replaced the stone on the mouth of the well to its place. And Jacob said to them, My brothers, from where are you? They said, We are from Haran. And he said to them, Do you know Laban and the son of Nahor? And they said, We know him. And he said, Well being to him. And they said, Well being. And they behold, and his daughter Rachel is coming with the sheep. And he said, Behold, the day is still high. Is it not time to gather the livestock and water the cattle and go feed them? And they said, We are not able until all the flocks are gathered. And they rolled the stone from the mouth of the well. And when he watered the sheep, he was still speaking with them. And Rachel came with the sheep, and which were her father's, for she was tending them. And it happened when Jacob saw Rachel and the daughter of Laban, brother to his mother, and the sheep of Laban and his mother's brother, Jacob came near and rolled the stone from the mouth of the well and the water of the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother. And Jacob kissed Rachel and lifted up his voice and wept. Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother, and he was the son of Rebekah. And she ran and told her father, and it happened when Laban heard the report of Jacob and his sister's son. He returned to meet him, embraced him, and kissed him. And he took him to his house, and he told Laban all these things. And Laban said to him, Truly you are my bone and my flesh. And he lived with him a month of days. Laban said to Jacob, Are you not my brother, and should you serve me for nothing? Tell me, what shall be your wages? And Laban had 2 daughters. The name of the older was Leah, the name of the younger Rachel. And the eyes of Leah were weak, and Rachel was beautiful of form and beautiful of appearance. And Jacob loved Rachel, and said, I will serve you 7 years for Rachel, your younger daughter. And Laban said, It is better for me to give her to you than to give her to another man. Live for me. And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they were in his eyes like a few days in his love for her. Jacob said to Laban, Give my wife, for my days are completed, and let me go in to her. Laban gathered all the men of the place and made a feast. And it happened in the evening, he took his daughter Leah and brought her to him, and he went in to her. Laban gave to her Zilpah, his slave girl, to his daughter Leah as a slave. And it happened in the morning, behold, she was Leah. And he said to Laban, What have you done to me? Did I not serve with you for Rachel? And why have you tricked me? Laban said, It is not done this way in our place, to give the younger before the firstborn. Fulfill the week of this one, and we will give you this one. Give the other one for the service which you will serve with me yet another 7 years. And Jacob did so, and he fulfilled the week of this one, and he gave to him his daughter Rachel to him for a wife. Laban gave his slave girl Bilhah to his daughter Rachel to her for a slave girl, and also went in to Rachel, and he also loved Rachel more than Leah. And he served with him yet another 7 years. And Jehovah saw that Leah was hated, and he opened her womb, but Rachel was barren. And Leah conceived and bore a son, and she called his name Reuben, For she said, surely Jehovah has looked on my affliction, for now my husband will love me. And she conceived again and bore a son, and said, surely Jehovah has heard that I am hated, and has given me this one to me also. And she called his name Simeon. And she conceived again and bore a son, and she said, now this time my husband will be joined to me, because I have borne to him 3 sons. So his name was called Levi. And she conceived again and bore a son, and she said, this time I will praise Jehovah, and she shall call his name Judah. And she ceased from bearing.